The next 3 to 6 months in crypto is where all the gains are going to be. And in this video, I'm going to go over with you guys the types of coins that you can be getting in based on what type of returns that you guys want. So the 3 types of coins I'm going to be talking about in this video will be obviously Bitcoin number 1, which is basically just investing at this point because Bitcoin is already so large. Then second will be the Ethereum and altcoins, and these are where you're going to look for your 2 to 10x's. And then of course I'm going to go over meme coins and AI coins that will give you those 10 to 100x's. And before we get into anything crazy, first you guys need to understand the path to alt season for those that want those 10 to 100x's. And when money starts flowing into crypto, first, everything's going to go into Bitcoin, which is what we're already seeing right now with new all-time highs. Bitcoin is at like $118,000 right now. Then we're going to see that flow into Ethereum and large caps, which is why I have this as my second thing of 2 to 10x's. And then finally, alt season with your meme coins, AI coins, that's when everything is going to come. That is going to come after the Ethereum and altcoin pumps. And I'm going to go over these 3 categories. I basically broke down phase 2 and 3 together because it's kind of, very similar with Ethereum and altcoins, but we're going to get into it right now. So the 3 types of coins that you guys can get. The first one, which I showed you guys, is going to be Bitcoin. So Bitcoin for everyone, this is going to be your safest coin because Bitcoin is the biggest cryptocurrency. And for people that want to buy into crypto, there's kind of 2 things that you can do. So for this cycle, you can either buy and sell at like the cycle top, or you can just hold it for 5 to 10 years for multiple cycles. Personally, I'm doing a little bit of both, but first I'm going to talk about, well, what if you don't want to be fully invested into Bitcoin for the future? You just kind of want to buy it right now and then make some money within the next year. This is what you guys are going to do. So you are going to follow the M2 Global Liquidity Index. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to show you right now. So on my chart here, I have Bitcoin in the red and green candles, which is currently at $118,000. And then this black line is the M2 Global Liquidity Index. So this black line represents the total amount of money flowing, of cash flowing in the entire world. And basically what we have seen since Bitcoin has been approved for the ETFs, which I have here, which was around January of 2024. So about a year and a half, Bitcoin has been closely lagging behind the M2 Global Liquidity Index by about 10 to 12 weeks. So actually, as you guys could probably see here, this M2 Global Liquidity Index is pushed in front because I have it on a 10-week delay for Bitcoin, because when you look at Bitcoin from a 10 to 12 week delay, you can see that it's closely following the global liquidity index from the ETFs being approved. And this has been not 100%, as you can see, it's not perfect, but around like 80 to 90%, it's been following it. And as you can see, for the next 3 to 4 months, Bitcoin is just going to be following the M2 Liquidity Index. And if it does, as it's been, we could see Bitcoin run up another $20,000, $30,000. So obviously it's not like 2 or 3x. It's going to be only like about a 15-20% move for your money if you put it into Bitcoin. But like I said, that's a safer investment, and 15 to 20% compared to stocks, that is very good. And we can honestly see that in the next 3 to 6 months for Bitcoin. So this is what you guys are going to be following closely. And as you see right now, we are going to have dips along the way. But if you see this kind of start to dipping down, then you kind of know around where the top might be. Like I said, it's not perfect, but this is going to be the best thing that you guys want to follow. And I'm on TradingView right now. Just go on TradingView and type in the M2 Global Liquidity Index and you guys can follow this. And then obviously, which I honestly think is the best thing, especially with Bitcoin, for those of you looking for more than 10 to 15%, you just need to hold Bitcoin for a decent amount of time. Just look at Bitcoin basically as a stock, because honestly, it's one of the largest assets in the world right now. It just passed Amazon like last week. So if you want to hold Bitcoin for 5 to 10 plus years and just slowly put money into it like every month, that's probably your best bet, to be honest, guys. So I know most of you guys, you probably clicked this video because you're not looking for 15 to 20%. You're in crypto. You want those 10 to 100x gains. So first, I'm going to go through Ethereum and altcoins, because those are going to be your coins where you're going to get those 2 to 10x's or maybe a little bit more, and it's going to be a little bit safer. So this may be more in your boat. So first, you're going to want to go to CoinMarketCap, because this is going to show you the list of the top 100 coins in crypto. And to be honest, guys, your safest bets where you can still get those 2 to 10x's will be your top 20 coins. So first one is obviously going to be Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum, if you're more of a Bitcoin person, you don't want to get too crazy, but you want a little bit more of a greater return than I said, like 15 to 20% this cycle without doing leverage trading, just going to Ethereum. Ethereum right now is trading just over 3,100. And to be honest, I was telling you guys back at like 1,500 Ethereum, like about 3-4 months ago, around March, April, to get in then. However, you can still get in and still get a 2 to 3x potentially. If you got in around 1,500, you could potentially get a 3 to 5x out of Ethereum, but that's why I made this video, guys. Like I said, there's only about 3 to 6 months left of those gains. So if you're waiting on these coins, like guys, look at Ethereum right now. In the past 7 days, it's up 20%. You've missed part of the move, but this is still your safer bet if you're kind of more in that safer range with Bitcoin, Ethereum. But anyway, guys, like I feel bad for a lot of people that have been sidelined these past couple of months because I've been telling you on my channel to go and get in. Like XRP is already up 25% in the past 7 days. A lot of these big moves have been happening, but you guys can still get in. That's why these top 20 coins are going to be your safer investments. And at this point, 2 to 10x is probably where you're going to get maxed out of these coins. But the lower you go down this list, guys, the greater return you're going to get, but the riskier it gets. That's just something that you guys have to know. So just some of my top 20 coins to give you guys. Just looking at this, I do think that Dogecoin still looks pretty good. Once again, it's up 16% this week, but at 20 cents, I think that this coin could hit potentially $1. So this is a potential 5x right here from Dogecoin. I wouldn't necessarily wait for $1 if you do get into it. Going down the list, Cardano, I think looks very good. I think around $4 to $5 for Cardano this cycle. Sui is one of my big bets on the top 20 coins. So besides Bitcoin and Solana that I'm holding, Ethereum, I have mostly leverage bets in meme coins, but Sui I do think looks very good. And I think a 5 to 10x out of Sui is going to be in play this cycle. So for those of you that don't know about Sui, I've talked to this in my past videos. So Sui actually comes from Meta, the people behind Facebook. They wanted to make their own coin, but they didn't about like 4 or 5 years ago during that bull run. In 2023, they ended up building the Sui network, or Sui, whatever you want to call it. So Sui, I do think, has a good team behind them, and they have a good attention that they're building on chain. A lot of stuff going on chain with Sui. So that's a really good coin. And like I said, guys, these top 20 coins up to like Toncoin, that's Telegram's coin. I also have some Toncoin as well. These are going to be your best returners for your top 20 coins. But like I said, unfortunately, if you're getting in right now, it's slightly late, like Stellar Lumens. I mean, it's up 65% in the past 7 days. Sui too. Sui's up 35%, guys. I mean, I was talking about this coin when it was around like $2, so it's already putting it 2x. But like I said, I do think a 5 to 10x could be in play here. That would give it around $20 to $40 range for Sui. So this is going to be your Ethereum altcoins, your large cap coins that I talked about in your path to alt season. Your top 20 coins, this is going to be your 2 to 10x's, your safer investments if you're trying to get past that Bitcoin of 15 to 20% move. And lastly, the third type of coins that you guys are going to want to get into for those 10 to 100x gains. That's what everyone wants. Obviously, it's more risky, but it's what you guys want. So that is going to be your meme coins and AI coins. So once again, I want you guys to go to CoinMarketCap. Once you get here, you can see down the categories tab that you can go over to the meme section. So go over and hit the meme section, and it's going to give you the list of the top meme coins in order. So first one is obviously the biggest one yet, Dogecoin. And it's pretty much going to be the same thing here, guys. Obviously, if you start with Dogecoin, like I said, that could be a potential 5x starting off there, and then just going down the risk curve of seeing what coins to get into. And I'm just going to talk about some of my favorite coins, my meme coins that I've kind of been harping on this channel for a while. And like I said, unfortunately, I feel bad for those of you that have been sidelined. I mean, you even have coins like Pengu that are up over 100%, over a 2x on the past week. So, but anyway, I still think that there is time if you get in right now. So guys, Pepe, that's personally my biggest meme coin that I'm holding. Not biggest bag, but biggest meme coin, because I have a lot of leverage bets on Pepe, as you guys know, with like Brett, Andy, and Wolf. SPX 6900, I do think that is one coin that does have the Doge-like potential this cycle. So SPX 6900, I've been talking about this even when it was down at like 30 cents. So I'm up from like a 6x already from that. And that was only like a few months ago that I was harping on this channel. But anyway, I do think SPX 6900, like $10 is in the playbook this cycle. But I've made videos in the past. This coin, I mean, the ceiling for it is kind of ridiculous. So this coin, even at $1.80, could still put in like a 10 to 50x. Like, I'm talking $100 top this cycle. Now, that is very speculative. Go watch my other videos on SPX. I'll put some of them up here so you guys know what I'm talking about, to know my thesis on why I think that could potentially happen. But SPX 6900, that is a coin that you're going to want to do some research on if you're looking for some crazy gains. So also going down here, Brett, that's my bet on the base chain, this network. I've been talking about Brett for a while. Once again, up 30% over the past 7 days. So Brett actually was my biggest bag until SPX just started exploding, and now that's technically my biggest bag, although I've put more into Brett. But anyway, guys, I just kind of wanted to give you guys these 3 categories so you know what type of coins you want to invest to at this point in the cycle, what type of returns you want. I have so many videos on my channel explaining more in depth about a lot of these coins, mostly meme coin, just kind of explaining my thesis on what to expect and what type of returns you can get out of them. So make sure you guys go on my channel and look at some of my old videos, because I give really good in-depth analysis about some of these coins and some of the targets that they could potentially hit this cycle. And as for AI coins, guys, same thing on CoinMarketCap. There's a section of AI coins on your categories here that you can go check out, and it's the same thing. As you go down the risk curve, that's what you're going to see with in terms of returns. I do think that Virtual's protocol, that is your base bet on AI, and I think that's probably one of your best bets on AI coins. But anyway, not to go too deep into AI coins, because I know you guys know I mostly talk about memes here. But anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to go over in this video, guys. So thank you for watching. I didn't go into too many coins because I've been talking about that in the past, but I just wanted to give you guys the ideas of what type of returns that you could look for and what type of coins you want to invest based off your risk tolerance and how much volatility that you guys can stomach. But anyway, this is the path to alt season. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, leave comments down below, or join my free Discord. I check that daily and give good market analysis on my Discord, so make sure you guys join that. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.